Part 84. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 833. After leaving the Shenmue secret realm, Qin Feng and his team returned to Kandi City without stopping. At this time, there was less than half a month left before the Holy Lord Conference of the Qin Clan Holy Land. During this half-month, Qin Feng stayed in seclusion in the mansion of Kandi City. He was refining the jade marrow he obtained and refining pills to help Zhou Qing'er and others improve their realm. Half a month later, Qin Feng advanced again. He stood in the seventh heaven of the vassal. After arranging everything, he was ready to go to the Holy Mountain. Standing in front of the Qin Clan Holy Mountain, Qin Feng looked far away. The Qin Clan Holy Mountain was very tall, and the spiritual energy on it was dense and magnificent. Even the Holy Mountain of the Suzaku Holy Land was slightly inferior to it. Nowadays, Qin Feng's cultivation level is as high as the seventh heaven of the vassal. Although he represents the Qin family of Suanwu City, Yuanya also represents the Suzaku Holy Land, and his status is extremely noble. This trip to Kandi City was, on the one hand, to celebrate the birthday of the Holy Lord of the Qin clan, and on the other hand, to discuss the matter of destroying the Killer Divine Dynasty. Of course, Qin Feng knew that this trip would not be smooth. After all, the Killer Divine Dynasty has existed for thousands of years, and its foundation is unfathomable. Even some holy places and large churches dare not offend directly. This time, the destruction of the Killer Divine Dynasty has the leadership of the Suzaku Holy Land. Even so, many holy places and large churches will be cautious and unwilling to get involved. The Qin Clan Holy Mountain is magnificent and tall. Under the sunlight, it is full of majesty and auspicious atmosphere, and is extremely sacred. As a holy place in the East region, this place has an incomparable majesty. The stronger the strength, the more you can feel the horror of the Qin clan. You must know that the East region is the most powerful in the entire East state, and the East region of the East state is respected by the ancient Qin clan. Unlike the holy places in the other three major regions, the Qin clan is the most powerful in the East region, and the other holy places in the East region are all inferior to the Qin clan. In front of the mountain gate, due to the birthday of the Holy Lord of the Holy Land, there are more strong men guarding the mountain gate. Moreover, some big figures are waiting here with solemn expressions, so as not to neglect the guests. The formation guarding the Qin clan's holy mountain is extremely powerful. Even if a great king comes here, he cannot fly. If he goes there rashly, it will definitely cause a backlash. Therefore, no matter who comes, he cannot fly. Only with the permission of the elders of the Qin clan guarding the mountain gate can he use his magical powers to enter the holy mountain. Qin Feng has the token of the Qin family in Suanwu City. He was led by others without any obstruction and brought everyone to the holy mountain. However, just as they were heading to the hall, they were stopped by someone. "Are you Qin Feng?" An elder of the Qin clan, with a team of cultivators, stopped in front of Qin Feng. These people looked cold and murderous, and they were all very scary. "It's me." Qin Feng stood quietly in place, unmoved. He had long expected that this trip would not be easy. After all, he had killed Qin Yi, the quasi-holy son of the Qin clan Holy Land. Qin Yi could become a candidate for the quasi-holy son of the Suzaku Holy Land. Neither his master nor the Qin clan cultivators who were on good terms with him could ignore Qin Feng. Obviously, someone had been paying attention to Qin Feng's every move. After he entered the holy mountain, someone blocked his way and wanted to make trouble for him. The Lord of the Holy Lord has ordered that the children of the Qin family go to the side hall to wait. A cold voice came out, and a middle-aged cultivator blocked Qin Feng's way. Side hall. Qin Feng frowned when he heard this. At the beginning, the guide said that all the people who came to celebrate the birthday this time would gather in the holy hall. How did they change their positions? What? Even the cultivator who led Qin Feng was slightly stunned when he heard this. He had never heard that a cultivator was going to the side hall. Elder Chu, the news I got is. The cultivator who led the way was interrupted by Chu Yun, who was called Elder Chu, before he finished speaking. Why, do you think I'm lying? I dare not, I dare not. The monk who led the way immediately spoke up when he saw that something was wrong. Chu Yun was the patrol elder of the Holy Land, and his status was much higher than that of the disciple who guarded the mountain gate. If the other party wanted to make trouble for him, it would be as easy as crushing a stink bug, so he naturally did not dare to offend the other party. Okay, you go down and lead the other monks, and leave this to me. Chu Yun waved his hand impatiently and sent the monk who led the way away. Then, he said to Qin Feng and others, you follow me. Then lead the way. Qin Feng's expression was extremely indifferent. The other party blocked his way, obviously wanting to make trouble for him. However, Qin Feng had encountered many powerful enemies and had seen all kinds of storms and waves, so he was not panicked even when facing the ancient Qin clan. Zhou Qing, Zuck, and others, with the protection of the dragon horse and the three great kings around them, could protect the lives of several people even if they encountered trouble. Moreover, when they came, Qin Feng asked Longma Baixiang and Shang Qian to hide their cultivation for safety. Even if the Qin clan had great magical powers, they would not know that Shang Qian had been promoted to the realm of the great accomplishment king in the secret realm. Yet Qing Cheng, Zhou Qing and others behind Qin Feng all felt something was wrong when they heard this, but Qin Feng naturally did not say anything, and they would not interrupt. Follow me. Soon, Qin Feng came to the side hall under the leadership of Chu Yun. This side hall was extremely quiet, and there were no other cultivators. After Chu Yun led Qin Feng and others, he stopped accompanying them and retreated directly. Qin Feng sat quietly on the seat in the side hall, wanting to see what Chu Yun was up to. When everything calmed down, the door of the side hall trembled, and then the divine power wave spread, sealing Qin Feng and others in this side hall. Qin Feng, give me your life. The door of the side hall trembled slightly, and then dozens of cultivators came into the side hall. They were murderous and exuded endless pressure. Qin Feng saw from the clothes of these people that they were all cultivators of the ancient Qin clan, and it was obvious that these people came prepared. You know, this kind of ancient family has many factions. Qin Yi once climbed to the candidate of the quasi-holy son of the ancient Qin clan, which is enough to show how extraordinary Qin Yi's qualifications are. Similarly, some factions of the Qin clan of the ancient Holy Land will definitely try to win over talents like Qin Yi. And the Qin family of Suanwu city behind Qin Yi will also be their target, which is worth their resources. However, due to the appearance of Qin Feng, the Qin family changed its owner, which caused their wishes to be dashed and some favors were wasted. Qin Feng even killed Qin Yi directly, which made the plan of Qin Yi's faction go down the drain. Therefore, it was expected that some people hated Qin Feng to the core. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fa Shi. Chapter 834. Qin Feng, who was sitting upright in his position, his eyes widened. He knew that the person who had once won over Qin Yi's faction could no longer hold his breath. Is the Holy Lord involved? Qin Feng's expression was very calm. Even though he was sealed in the side hall by human beings, he was still calm and fearless. Beside Qin Feng, Zhou Qing, Ye Qing Cheng and others did not panic at all. Qin Feng is their backbone. In their opinion, Qin Feng is enough to solve all problems. Who do you think you are? Are you worthy of the Holy Lord's attention? Chu Yun shouted coldly, not taking Qin Feng seriously at all. A trivial matter like killing you is not enough to alarm the Holy Master. Next to Chu Yun, a middle-aged man also said that as Qin Yi's master, he spent a lot of resources to win over and train Qin Yi. However, due to Qin Feng, all his investments were in vain. How could he endure this? But now, Qin Feng has come to the holy mountain with great arrogance. How could he let this opportunity pass by? What's more, with his strength and faction on the Qin clan's holy mountain, it is really easy for him to silently wipe out Qin Feng. In that case, let's do it. In the side hall, Qin Feng's words rang out, which shocked Qin Yan, who had already prepared many words. He originally thought that Qin Feng would kneel down and beg for mercy in fear after seeing such a battle, but he didn't expect that the other party would answer so simply. In his opinion, it was impossible for any young man to face such a scene without fear and palpitations. However, Qin Feng's performance was that he did not take this kind of thing seriously, which was really surprising to Qin Yan, who was ready to speak. Especially, when he saw Qin Feng looking at him mockingly, he felt even more angry. Kill him. Qin Yan waved his hand and his words were quite simple. Since the other party had no intention of kneeling down and begging for mercy, he chose to strangle him directly. As Qin Yan finished speaking, behind him, many powerful men led by Chu Yun surrounded Qin Feng and the others. And at this time, the void trembled, and the Dachshund King arrived. When he arrived on the field, the king's terrifying pressure locked the bodies of the holy beasts White Elephant and Dragon Horse in an instant. At this moment, the Dragon Horse and the White Elephant, although they still retain the heads and limbs of wild beasts, are all in human form. When they came here, they all hid their cultivation, but even so, the Dachshund kings of the Qin clan discovered their cultivation. This is enough to show how terrifying the strength of the Qin clan in the ancient Holy Land is. However, when these three Dachshund kings came to the field, they only locked the figures of the three kings on Qin Feng's side. They had no intention of taking action at all. After all, they are here just for intimidation and do not want the three Dachshund kings beside Qin Feng to take action. You don't have to go out, I'll just come. Qin Feng waved his hand. Once Longma and the others take action, the three kings of the Qin tribe will definitely take action as well. On the contrary, the overflowing murderous intention may hurt Zhou Qing'er and the others, which Qin Feng does not want to see. He himself has the means to kill kings, but as for these three kings of the Qin clan, he really doesn't take them seriously. Brush. In an instant, Qin Feng stepped on thunder and came to the middle of the hall. At the same time, the people of the Qin tribe also surrounded Qin Feng. The cultivation of these people had all reached the 9th level of the princes. The weakest one also has the cultivation of the 8th level of the princes. This is enough to show that Qin Yan has made sufficient preparations to kill Qin Feng. Moreover, from the news he found out, Qin Feng's cultivation level was only at the 6th level of the princes, and if there were dozens of monks from the 9th level of the princes on their side, as long as they acted together, even a first-level Dachshund king would not be able to escape unscathed. It's a pity that he doesn't know Qin Feng's recent combat effectiveness and condition. Otherwise, it would be impossible to let so many monks from the 9th level of the princes come to die. Boom! Qin Feng stepped on the ground and the whole hall shook. He flew directly through the air as fast as lightning. The moment Qin Feng left the place, the Qin monk's weapon struck where Qin Feng had just stood. The murderous aura is intertwined there, energy surges in all directions, and there are calls surging, which is quite scary. If it weren't for the king-level formation in this hall, I'm afraid it would collapse under the attack of so many powerful people in the field. But even so, their attack caused the side hall to tremble, filled with terrifying murderous intent. However, such movements were staged throughout the holy mountain. After all, the Qin clan was powerful and did not prevent Qin clan disciples from fighting privately. Therefore, many of the side halls with formations are martial arts arenas, and there are many monks competing in martial arts. The mere noise caused here is not enough to alarm the holy mountain. Hey, do you think you're sure of me? Qin Feng was suspended in mid-air, his attitude was quite calm, and he was calm and fearless even when facing the monks of the Qin clan. This is a deadly situation, let's see how you get out. Qin Yan sneered and said, he was full of confidence in the killing situation he had personally set up. If that's the case, then I'll go on a killing spree and send you on your way. Qin Feng chuckled. At this time, he was not prepared to hold back and took out the immortal killing sword directly. As the immortal killing sword appeared, endless divine light suddenly flowed out. After entering the seventh heaven, I have never made a move. Today I will use you to practice. Although Qin Feng was hunted by the monks from the Qin clan's holy land, he didn't care at all. Instead, he seemed to be surrounding the Qin clan's disciples by himself. What a terrible weapon! At this time, the Dachshund king of the Qin clan's holy land discovered the fairy sword in Qin Feng's hand. The terrifying golden light shocked him. The pressure flowing from such weapons was comparable to the religious treasure of their holy land. How could he not be surprised by this? You know, even the weapon he had been fighting for was not as amazing as Qin Feng's fairy sword. The weapons in this man's hands are extremely terrifying, you must be careful. The Dachshund king spoke in a low voice. He found that the fairy sword in Qin Feng's hand was terrifying, and immediately sent a message to give instructions. What are you afraid of? The more terrifying the weapon, the more amazing the power it consumes. On this holy mountain, we have the blessing of formations, but this kid doesn't. What kind of waves can he make? The people who besieged Qin Feng didn't care. The more terrifying the weapon, the greater the amount of energy it required. Low-level monks simply couldn't exert the full power of the terrifying weapon. And on the Qin tribe's holy mountain, they can use formations to replenish their divine power. If one goes one after another, the opponent's combat power cannot be replenished as quickly as they do. Even if it is really as extraordinary as the rumors say, it will not make any waves. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 835. Do it! Qin Yan shouted low, and dozens of monks rushed towards Qin Feng in an instant, trying to kill him here. These monks are all good players. Their whole body is full of energy and blood. The magic weapon explodes with all its strength at this moment, and the shocking fluctuations it emits spread here. This side hall is extremely tall and has internal rules. Even if dozens of them attack together, they don't worry about alerting the masters outside. Court death. Qin Feng's body moved, and the immortal killing sword in his hand instantly rose up against the storm. In an instant, a huge sword appeared in the tall side hall. This huge sword was flowing with fairy fire and was extremely terrifying. Chi! The immortal killing sword split open the space at once, and the supreme heavenly sword was unleashed, and the terrifying killing intent shook the void. At this moment, the monks in the Qin clan's holy land all looked ugly. The move Qin Feng performed was so terrifying that they all did not dare to use it. Brush. Everyone retreated to the rear to avoid Qin Feng's attack, but even so, Qin Feng's sword struck the ground, and a line of dozens of feet long appeared in the side hall guarded by the formation. Ditch. At this moment, the monks of the Qin tribe finally knew why the Dachshund king asked them to pay attention to the fairy sword in Qin Feng's hand. The opponent's fairy sword was really so terrifying. You are not the sixth heaven of princes, but the seventh heaven of princes. As Qin Feng's cultivation level appeared, Qin Yan discovered Qin Feng's cultivation level in an instant, which made an incredible look appear on his face. Because, half a month ago, he learned from the spies that Qin Feng's cultivation level was only at the sixth level of the princes. In just a few days, Qin Feng's cultivation reached the seventh level of the princes. The expression on his face was so wonderful that it was unbelievable. You are quite well informed. Qin Feng smiled slightly. He had the blessing of the system and his practice had no side effects. Therefore, as long as he has enough energy, he can improve his realm. This is normal for him, but in the eyes of ordinary people, it is an extremely terrifying scene. Hearing Qin Feng's answer, Qin Yan's heart sank. Qin Feng's talent was so extraordinary. He knew that he could not let the opponent leave. Otherwise, if he missed this time, he would never have the chance to kill the opponent again. Kill. The monks of the Qin tribe each sacrificed their weapons and attacked Qin Feng. Terrifying murderous intent was intertwined in the hall, and the celestial knives and swords were crisscrossed with unparalleled power. Qin Feng said no more, he directly swung the immortal slaying sword in his hand and struck out forcefully. Clang! The immortal sword had the potential to sweep through thousands of armies. The 6 monks at the front had their immortal swords instantly cut off in the air. And at the same time, Qin Feng's immortal killing sword advanced and chopped the 6 monks alive in the hall, and blood spurted out instantly. This scene immediately shocked the surrounding monks. Even the Dachshund King had no time to rescue him. You can imagine how fast Qin Feng was. Kill. The other monks of the Qin tribe tried their best to take action at this moment, all their weapons were activated to the extreme, and they greeted Qin Feng. In response, Qin Feng directly responded with the immortal killing sword. The thick sword light crossed the sky and shattered all the weapons that had just hit him into powder in the sky. And at the same time, Qin Feng's palm was the kunpeng of the Taiyan and the sun, which he used for 9 days. A huge kunpeng crossed the sky and covered more than a dozen monks on the spot. Even if the cultivation of these monks is at the 9th level of the princes, they cannot stop him at all. Because at this time, Qin Feng's kunpeng moved the 9 heavens, and with the blessing of the 9 forbiddens, its power was unshakable. In the blink of an eye, more than a dozen monks were killed by Qin Feng on the spot. Blood filled the air and dyed the side hall red. Such a scene made Qin Yan, who was watching the battle not far away, turn pale. He did not expect that Qin Feng could be so terrifying. Such qualifications far exceeded his apprentice Qin Yi, and it was really too transcendent. Even the 3 great kings frowned and looked very ugly. As the kings of Qin Yan's faction, they were killed by a young monk in front of them, killing more than a dozen people, which made them look very ugly. Boom! The void was trembling, and Qin Feng took action again, blasting all the remaining monks away on the spot. And at the same time, a kunpeng appeared under Qin Feng's thoughts, preparing to kill all the remaining monks in the main hall. Stop! At this time, the 3 Dachshund kings couldn't stand it anymore. One of them took action instantly. His palm crossed the space and smashed Qin Feng's divine form into pieces in the hall on the spot. On the ground, the remaining dozen monks all looked pale. If the Dachshund King had not taken action, they would all have died. Stop if you say stop, I haven't agreed yet. Qin Feng did not give the Dachshund King any face. His palm also crossed the space, with terrifying brilliance flowing on it, and he struck hard. The Dachshund King was furious when he saw that Qin Feng did not give him any face. He pressed his palm towards Qin Feng and wanted to beat Qin Feng. However, Qin Feng stood on Jijinjuidian in an instant, shattering the brilliance of the Dachshund King, and then hit Chuyun directly with the palm. Ah! Chuyun let out a scream and was completely dead before he even had time to dodge. After killing Chuyun, Qin Feng returned to the same place. He flicked his sleeves as if swatting a fly to death. Boy, I'm talking to you, don't you hear me? The Dachshund King was refuted by Qin Feng, and his color changed instantly. He originally wanted to win over Qin Feng when he saw how extraordinary he was. But at this time, the other party completely made him furious. The other party, a junior, was so disrespectful to his senior, which made him very unhappy. Qin Feng ignored him at all and looked directly at Qin Yan in front of him. The cause of everything was the middle-aged man in front of him. He has decided that if these 3 Dachshund Kings do not take action, he will let these 3 people go. However, he will not let go of the middle-aged man in front of him no matter what. Uncle Master, please take action. When Qin Yan saw Qin Feng's cold eyes, his heart suddenly skipped a beat. He knew that he alone might not be able to stop Qin Feng, so he quickly turned around and asked the Dachshund King of his faction for help. "Uncle Master, if this person is alive, he will definitely be the eternal enemy of the Holy Sun. He should be killed directly to avoid future troubles." When the king who took action just now heard this, his expression changed instantly. Their Holy Sun qualifications were indeed terrifying, and they could already pose a threat to the great king. And Qin Feng is also very powerful. If he confronts their Holy Sun will not be easy. However, if we can take this opportunity to get rid of such an enemy of the Holy Sun, it will be very cost-effective. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 836. In the side hall of the Qin tribe's holy mountain, Qin Wuhu, the great king, finally lost his temper. Now, his grandson Qin Shu is one of the most powerful saint sons in the Qin clan Holy Land. It was extremely difficult for Qin Shu to gain a foothold among the many saint sons. If such a Qin Feng appeared again, it would definitely have a certain impact on his grandson's status. After all, Qin Feng's qualifications are so extraordinary. The Holy Lord has mentioned Qin Feng's name more than once, and he is obviously very interested in this person. Thinking of this, Qin Wuhu changed his color instantly. He knew that the person in front of him must not be left here. Otherwise, when the other party is established as one of the Holy Sons, he will definitely pose a great threat to his grandson. "I'll help you suppress this person, you come and kill him." The Dachshund King Qin Wuhu's eyes were cold, and his pride as a king made it impossible for him to attack Qin Feng directly. After all, the other party is a junior, and he uses his power to overwhelm others. Once word spreads, it will make him lose face. Good. Qin Yan agreed. As the former quasi-holy son of the Qin clan's holy mountain, although he was not as invincible as the previous holy sons, he was still very dazzling. Nowadays, his cultivation level has reached the level of a Dachshund king, and his status is extremely noble in the entire holy mountain, otherwise he would not dare to do such a thing. Although his strength is far from comparable to that of the three great masters, he is still among the best on this holy mountain and is the top master of his generation. He was fully prepared, and once Chu Yun and others were defeated, he would take action himself. However, when he saw Qin Feng easily crushing many masters from the 9 heavens, he retreated. Until this time, the Dachshund King Qin Wuhu took the initiative to speak up, which made him regain his confidence. Qin Wuhu, the great success king, has a cultivation level as high as the 6th level of the king. He is a veritable living fossil on the Qin tribe's holy mountain. With the other party in charge, his chances of winning against Qin Feng increased by several points. When the other two Dachshund kings heard this, they had no intention of taking action. After all, they were usually aloof and did not bother to take action together, just to suppress a junior. Qin Feng stood there, watching these people perform, with a sneer on his lips. The Dachshund king in front of me was very powerful, but he did not take action himself, but asked Qin Yan to come up and test him, which really left people speechless. This middle-aged man thought that the other party really meant well and wanted to defend him, which was really stupid. Brush. Qin Yan's hair flew wildly, and he rose into the air. A powerful aura flowed from his body. Compared with before, his power was much stronger. At this moment, Qin Yan no longer concealed himself. As a first-class king, the terrifying pressure filled the air and instantly locked onto Qin Feng's figure. "Boy, I'll make sure you never come back today." Qin Yan's eyes were filled with murderous intent. Qin Yi was his very proud disciple. His talent was outstanding. Under his training, the blood of the immortal divine body was revived, and his qualifications were enough to rank among the top in the entire Qin clan's holy mountain. However, the other party was killed by Qin Feng at a young age before he could grow up, which made him very shocked and angry. At this time, Qin Yanzai's face bloomed with a strong look of confidence. His qualifications were equally extraordinary, and now he had reached the level of a great king. He was still very young, and his future achievements would even surpass those of the Holy Lord. Boom! Qin Yan took action in an instant, and the power of the Dachshund King spread out. There were intertwined runes and shrouded Qin Feng with boundless power. Little tricks. Qin Feng was not afraid at all. In an instant, he stood on the 9 forbidden peaks, bursting out with overwhelming murderous aura. Boom! Kunpeng moved 9 days with a violent momentum, and under Qin Feng's display, the king's rune blasted out by Qin Yan was shattered. Not only that, Kunpeng's divine form continued to charge forward, and Qin Yan couldn't stop it from being hit on the chest. A mouthful of blood spurted out instantly, making his face turn pale as a sheet of paper. Kaka. Then, on Qin Yan's body, the protective armor also shattered in an instant, unable to stop him at all. You must know that this is a protective armor with king's runes. It was forged by a very famous weapon refiner in the Holy Land of the Qin clan. Its defensive power is extremely terrifying. However, this kind of terrifying armor couldn't even stop Qin Feng's punch and instantly shattered, which made him unbelievable. You must know that Qin Feng's Kunpeng Dongjushan was originally an inferior martial skill of Jingxian, and he had cultivated it to the state of perfection. With the blessing of nearly 100 times the energy of the 9 forbiddens, the monks in the first level realm of the king are really not enough in front of him. Seeing Qin Yan being knocked away, the Dachshund King Qin Wuhu's eyes turned cold. He asked Qin Yan to test the opponent, and he did the right thing. The young man in front of him had a level of cultivation that could not be understood by ordinary theory. He was really ashamed that he had such achievements at his age. After seeing Qin Feng's power, if it was just him, he might have retreated. Fortunately, there are 2 great masters beside him. It would be too shameful if the 4 of them attacked together and couldn't defeat each other. 2 senior brothers, this kid is no small matter. Let's kill him together. The Dachshund King Qin Wuhu sent a message to the other 2 powerful men, because he knew that if he fought alone, it would be difficult for him to defeat the opponent. The 2 Dachshund Kings looked at each other and agreed to Qin Wuhu's proposal. Qin Feng was so aloof that they felt a sense of crisis. In the Qin clan Holy Land, there are many such geniuses, and the death of Qin Feng will not affect the Qin clan Holy Land. On the contrary, because of Qin Feng's existence, it will pose a great threat to the saint of their faction. At this moment, the 3 of them completely ignored their status. The 3 of them, Qin Yan, are the 4 kings. If they suddenly attack, even the great kings will be caught off guard and fall on the spot. At this time, Qin Yan climbed up, and light surged on his body. The injuries caused by Qin Feng healed quickly. He heard the voice transmission of the other 3 great kings, and the business office nodded. All this did not escape Qin Feng's eyes, and he used the blessing of Pangu bloodline to hear the voice transmission of several people, but he did not care. His cultivation stood at the 7th level of the princes, and he was already able to stand on his own. Even if it was a living fossil, he could kill it with 1 sword. Boom! The world was trembling. The 4 great kings completely ignored their status. They attacked Qin Feng, radiating terrifying pressure and interweaving the aura of the kings. Looking for death. At this moment, Qin Feng let out a light shout, and the sword of the immortal sword flashed fiercely. In an instant, he stood on the top of the 9 forbidden mountains, and the terrible aura spread in the void. How is it possible? The 4 great kings were all shocked. At this moment, the aura flowing out of Qin Feng made them, as kings, feel dangerous. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fa. Chapter 837. Swish. Qin Feng swung the immortal sword, which slashed forward. A thick sword beam, under the blessing of the 9 forbiddens, was earth-shattering. the supreme sword of heaven slaying. With a light shout from Qin Feng, the immortal sword crossed the sky, and its power was truly infinite. Nowadays, the immortal sword of the golden immortal grade, using the golden immortal grade technique, the terrifying sword intent permeated, and the might was so strong that it made people despair. In the side hall, the previously injured monks suddenly had an impulse to surrender. At this moment, Qin Feng's figure was like a sword god, making them feel the terrifying will in the depths of their souls. Qi La. A brilliant sword light was displayed, and the supreme sword of heaven slaying was filled with brilliant light, tearing the space. In an instant, the sword beam slashed Qin Yan's body, chopping him alive in the void. And the next moment, the immortal sword flowed with immortal fire, drowning Qin Yan. Qin Yan didn't even have time to scream before he was completely reduced to ashes. Hiss. At this moment, all the cultivators who survived by chance were terrified. Qin Feng killed Qin Yan with just one move, which made them terrified. Even the great kings did not have any resistance under this terrible sword intent, and were directly killed by Qin Feng. It was so easy that they couldn't believe it. The kings were not opponents, and they were even worse. They could only be regarded as cannon fodder and live targets. None of you can escape today. Qin Feng's eyes were full of murderous intent. He was originally going to let these three great kings go, but since the other party had already made a move, there was no reason to let them go. After all, with Qin Feng's current strength, he didn't care about the three great kings. In addition, he also had many weapons of the heavenly immortal and earthly immortal level, which could enhance the combat effectiveness of the cultivators. If there were enough 9th level cultivators of the feudal lords when attacking the Assassin's dynasty, Qin Feng could make them powerful enough to rival the great kings. As for the immortal flower jade marrow he got from the secret realm, if he wanted, he could create several kings. Buzz. The void was trembling, and the space torn by the immortal sword again slashed at Qin Wuhu's body. Puff. The sword light was unstoppable, and then Qin Wuhu's who screamed, and one of his arms was directly cut off by Qin Feng. At this time, Qin Wuhu's face was pale and his expression was extremely painful. As a master of the 6th level of the king, his combat power was among the top. However, facing Qin Feng, even if he had full combat power, he still couldn't resist the serious injury, which made him unacceptable. And at this time, he wanted to take that arm back, but found that it was completely useless. Immortal fire flowed out of Qin Feng's immortal sword, burning his arm into ashes on the spot. The other two great kings were all stunned. Qin Feng killed a great king with a smile, and also cut off the arm of the 6th grade king Qin Wuhu. Such a scene made them dumbfounded. Qin Wuhu is not an ordinary king. As a living fossil of the Holy Land, his strength is unfathomable. He can be ranked among the best in the entire Qin clan Holy Land. However, the opponent's arm was destroyed by Qin Feng. Such a scene is really too terrifying. How is it possible? Is he really just a cultivator of the 7th level of the princes? Why is this boy's cultivation so terrible? In the palace, the cultivators of the Qin clan Holy Land were all shocked. The shock Qin Feng brought to them was too strong for them to understand. These things are said to be slow, but in fact they happened in a flash. Qin Feng only waved two swords and killed the great king Qin Yan, and severely injured the great king Qin Wuhu. Such fighting power is really against the sky. In the side hall, more than a dozen survivors were all shocked, and the great king Qin Wuhu was even more furious. Qin Feng crippled him with one sword, which made him feel cold in his heart. I can't hold back anymore, I must fight quickly. At this time, Qin Wuhu's qi was weak and his arms grew out in an instant. As his voice fell, the formation in the side hall enveloped him and strengthened his divine power. As he recovered, the two great kings around him were also the same. They flashed with terrifying golden light, and looked like immortal golden bodies, and their fighting power soared. Qin Feng's eyes turned cold. He found that the energy of these people was superimposed, and it should be the formation that was blessing their strength. However, Qin Feng was fearless, because his 9 forbidden blessing would make his energy even more amazing. The blessing of the formation? But it's still not good enough. Qin Feng's expression was extremely calm. Even if the other party used the blessing of the Holy Mountain formation, he was far from being a match for his 9 forbidden energy superposition. That kind of formation can only increase their strength by 3 or 4 times, while Qin Feng's 9 prohibitions is enough to stack his energy 81 times. Even if all 3 of them have improved their combat effectiveness, he is still confident of killing them. You know, even the great kings Li Xiao and Zhang Mang in their prime were not Qin Feng's opponents. At that time, Qin Feng was only in the 6th level of the lords. Now, Qin Feng's strength has been improved to the 7th level of the lords. With each threshold and mountain, his combat effectiveness is also soaring. If he wants to kill 3 people, it is easy. Boy, prepare to die. The 3 Dachshund kings roared angrily, and their momentum became arrogant. As the formations in the side hall were blessed on them, their self-confidence expanded and they looked quite conceited. Boom! The superimposed power of several times caused the moves of these 3 great masters to shake the entire side hall. The movement here finally aroused the ideas of strong men from other places. Because the power spread by these 3 people is so amazing that it has exceeded the limit that ordinary formations can block. Although this side hall has a king-level formation, it is not enough to stop the full power of the Dachshund king. What happened? Then why does it feel like there is a Dachshund king fighting in the side hall? Some monks in the distance were all talking about it. The power spreading there was so terrifying that even the formation couldn't hide it, which frightened people. And some of the guardians who guarded the sacred mountain of the Qin people also rushed towards the side hall, making this place suddenly the focus of everyone. Boom! Qin Feng attacked boldly. He no longer used the 9 forbiddens, but used the critical strike stone. The energy superimposed 200 times made his cultivation unimaginably powerful. The immortal killing sword crossed the void, and the side hall was instantly cut open. Then, in the shocked eyes of people, Qin Feng's immortal killing sword struck Qin Wuhu's chest. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 838. Puff. At this moment, Qin Wuhu could no longer bear it. He was blasted away by Qin Feng. The king's body flew sideways, breaking the formation in an instant and flying out of the entire side hall. Isn't that the King Qin Wuhu of the Qin clan Holy Land? Why is it like this? Many cultivators took a breath, and their eyes were extremely surprised. No one expected that the formation of the side hall was broken, and the great king of the Qin clan Holy Land actually flew out. Such a scene really made them dumbfounded. Cough cough cough. The great king Qin Wuhu fell to the ground, coughing up blood from his mouth. As a king, he did not die after suffering such a serious injury. However, his blood and qi rolled, and his Taoism was scattered by Qin Feng. It would take time to recover. However, Qin Feng would not give him a chance at all. He stepped on the thunder step and crossed the void in an instant. Puff. The immortal sword flowed with immortal fire across the sky, and in an instant it fell down, and the sword light slashed on the body of the King Qin Wuhu. Stop! How dare you! The 2 great kings of Qinzu Holy Land were exposed in an instant. The 3 great kings joined forces, but the other party was able to handle it with ease. Moreover, the other party got rid of the 2 of them and killed Qin Wuhu. Such a scene made them all gasp and was hard to accept. How dare you! Not only that, the guardians of the Holy Mountain also flew towards Qin Feng. They wanted to stop the other party before Qin Feng's sword light fell on Qin Wuhu. However, Qin Feng's speed was too fast. Even the protective armor on the body of the great king Qin Wuhu could not stop Qin Feng's attack at all. He was completely submerged by the immortal fire and died. "Young man, do you know what you are doing? This man is the king of my holy land, you are looking for death." The guardians of the Qin clan holy land came here, and they were all angry when they saw Qin Wuhu drowned in the fairy fire. But at the same time, fear also spread in their hearts, because at this moment they found that the great kings joined forces to besiege Qin Feng, but Qin Feng directly killed one of them. This scene was too unimaginable. Qin Feng did not answer, he moved his body and directly got rid of the encirclement of the guardians and came to the top of the other two great kings. "Submit or die, you have no choice." At this moment, Qin Feng was suspended in the air, and a terrifying aura flowed from his body. The whole person's momentum became violent and domineering, and no one could match it. Hiss. In the distance, countless monks who came to celebrate the birthday heard the words, and they all took a breath, and their eyes were terrified to the extreme. A young man killed the great king of the Qin clan holy land, and threatened the other two great kings to surrender. They never expected this scene. Is the young man in front of them so bold? He dared to do such an extermination in the ancient Qin clan. "Young man, you killed Qin Wuhu, don't think you can escape. If the Lord knows the news of Qin Wuhu's death, you will be buried with him." At this moment, the other two great kings felt the same way. Qin Wuhu, who was slightly stronger than them, was not Qin Feng's opponent and was killed. This terrible scene made them both horrified. At this time, they had no choice but to take out the lord of the Suzaku Holy Land to suppress Qin Feng, but Qin Feng was not moved at all. After he saw that the two great kings had no intention of surrendering, he directly waved the immortal sword in his hand, and the sword light crossed the sky. A thick sword light broke through the space. Under the blessing of the critical stone, the terrible fairy fire flowed and broke through the sky. In an instant, with the blessing of the critical stone 200 times, the immortal sword slammed into the bodies of the two great accomplishment kings. The terrifying light brushed past, instantly destroying the runes on their bodies, and then, the two were chopped alive in the void. And, at the same time, the Phoenix God flew out of Qin Feng's body and submerged the two. The Phoenix God flowed out a terrible extreme in the void, and the bodies of the great accomplishment kings were covered. They let out earth-shaking roars in it, but they could not get rid of it, and were eventually killed and turned into ashes. The surrounding Qin clan guardians were all stunned. The three great accomplishment kings died in front of them, which almost scared them silly. And some monks watching the battle in the distance were even more terrified. A young monk actually made a strong move on the holy mountain. This really exceeded their cognition. Look, the divine form that just flew up, could it be the divine form of the phoenix? Could it be the abandoned Qin Feng of the Qin clan in the rumor? It seems so. Many cultivators discussed it, and continued to watch it with the idea of not minding the big deal. Qin Feng killed three great kings. If it were an ordinary holy land, it would definitely be seriously injured. Only the ancient Qin clan, the top holy land, could bear such a loss. However, the death of three great kings is also a heavy loss for the ancient Qin clan, and they will never let it go. Many people were discussing it in the distance. They were watching the excitement. They were happy to watch the excitement of the ancient Qin clan. Boy, you are making an enemy of the entire ancient Qin clan. The guardians of the Qin clan holy land surrounded Qin Feng. Killing chickens burst out in their words, condensing into a powerful formation, surrounding Qin Feng in the middle. The movement here instantly spread throughout the entire holy land, and countless cultivators were all alarmed. At this time, even the Qin clan saint lord in the temple had a flickering look in his eyes, although the three kings were not from their faction. However, the killing of the three kings was also a big loss for the momentum of the cultivators of the ancient Qin clan. What happened? The Qin clan Saint Lord frowned. The hunting of 3 great kings on the holy mountain was simply a slap in the face of their holy land. Reporting to the Saint Lord, the kid from the Qin family in Suanwu city was besieged by the 3 kings, but he was killed by his counterattack. An elder reported to the Qin clan Saint Lord that at their age, their eyelashes were empty. In an instant, they analyzed the cause of the matter. Haha, this old guy Qin Wuhu is really going backwards as he gets older. He was actually killed by a young man. It's really laughable. The Holy Lord of the Qin clan Holy Land is majestic without anger. He sits on the dragon throne, and a terrible dragon energy flows out. He usually acquiesces to the private fighting of the Qin clan. This not only cultivates the passion of the Qin clan cultivators, but also sharpens their character and makes them reach a higher level. True gold is not afraid of fire. A true strong man should dare to face all dangers and stand out from them. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 839. Lord Saint, what do you think we should do about this? An elder asked below the Saint Lord. This matter is too important, and they dare not make a decision privately. Let it go and wait for things to develop. Said Qin Wuyuan, the Saint Lord of the Qin clan. In his opinion, in the face of absolute strength, any conspiracy is not enough. He can sit on the position of Saint Lord, in addition to powerful means, more importantly, he has powerful strength. He has heard about Qin Feng all along, and he cares about Qin Feng's performance these days. The other party can climb up from the bottom step by step to the position of the Holy Son of the Suzaku Holy Land again. This kind of qualification and mentality is really rare. Now, he wants to see how unexpected the other party can perform in this incident. Give orders to activate the mountain protection formation. Once a cultivator elder is found in danger of death, teleport them out. At this moment, the Holy Lord issued an order. Once the formation on the Qin clan Holy Mountain is fully activated, the cultivator can be teleported to another place at the critical moment to save his life. Yes. The direct elders of Jin Qin Wuyuan immediately took action after hearing this. They understood what their Holy Lord meant. Over the years, all factions in the Qin clan Holy Land have used some vicious means to consolidate their power, which has long caused Qin Wuyuan's dissatisfaction. Now, it is just right to use Qin Feng as an excuse to solve all problems in one fell swoop and reorganize the chaos on the Qin clan Holy Mountain. Buzz. At this moment, the Qin clan Holy Mountain shook, and then countless air columns rushed into the sky. Those air columns drew the sun and moon between heaven and earth, gathered the chi veins on the ground, intertwined together, and turned into a mountain protection formation. The moment this mountain protection formation was formed, it flowed out energy like a mountain and sea, blocking the entire Qin clan Holy Mountain. What happened? The Qin clan sealed the mountain. Are they not going to let anyone escape? In an instant, many people panicked. The Qin clan Holy Land opened the mountain protection formation, and even the monks who came to celebrate the birthday were trapped in the mountain. If the Qin clan did anything wrong, they couldn't even ask for help. Ding, ding, ding. At this moment, the sound of bells suddenly rang on the Qin clan Holy Mountain, and then a huge sound spread throughout the fairy mountain. The Lord Saint was ambushed and seriously injured. No one is allowed to leave the Holy Mountain before the spy is found. Boom. As soon as this news came out, it was like a gunpowder barrel was detonated, causing a sensation in the entire Qin clan Holy Mountain. No one expected that the dignified Saint Lord of the ancient Holy Land would be successfully assassinated. This news was like a volcanic eruption, causing panic in the entire Holy Mountain. The monks who were originally prepared to eat melons and watch the show were all terrified. Someone actually dared to assassinate the Saint Lord of the Qin clan Holy Land. This might be a death without a burial place. Let us go quickly. You Qin clan can't do this. In an instant, some hostile forces and monks who wanted to assassinate the Saint Lord of the Qin clan became chaotic. They hid in the crowd and made a fuss. The dignified ancient Qin clan sealed the mountain. They might all be caught. The fate of them can be imagined. Humph, arrest them all. No one can be let go before the truth is revealed. Little did they know that the people on the Qin clan holy mountain had been paying attention to them. As they spoke, countless monks appeared and arrested them all. These people originally wanted to resist, but unfortunately, they were not good enough to face the cultivators of the ancient Qin clan, and they were soon caught. For a while, the Qin clan's holy land was in chaos. Some factions that had been eyeing the position of the holy master of the Qin clan were now joining forces with many elders and ready to make a move. Even Qin Feng, who was far away, was stunned. The powerful ancient holy land of the Qin clan actually had such a thing, which made him very confused. Boom! At this moment, the void trembled, and a terrifying murderous aura came from the depths of the Qin clan's holy mountain. The murderous aura broke through the sky and came to Qin Feng in the blink of an eye. The power was extremely terrible. "You killed my grandfather, I will pull out your tendons and skin you." At this moment, Qin Shu, one of the saints of the Qin clan, came to the scene. After receiving the news of the death of his grandfather Qin Wuhu, he rushed over in an instant. At this moment, he was full of anger, and the terrifying aura of the king covered the sky and the sun, and his power was extremely terrifying. Just now, after he got the news of his elder's death, he was furious. As the son of the ancient Qin clan, his qualifications are extremely extraordinary, and as a divine body, he has the strength to crush the great king, and his combat power is extremely terrifying. In the distance, some cultivators all felt Qin Shu's extraordinariness, and the other party was furious. Some disciples with low cultivation were so scared that their souls were trembling. Qin Shu was outstanding in appearance and was also the top among the sons of the saints. When he was a divine body in the vassal realm, he had the strength to crush the great king, and now he has reached an extremely unfathomable level. After he learned about Qin Wuhu's death, he was extremely angry and immediately felt here. Are you dreaming? Qin Feng's cold eyes swept over, but he didn't care at all. He saw that the other person was wearing the unique clothes of a saint's son, and knew that the person who came was probably the saint's son of the Qin clan's holy land. So what if he was just a saint's son? He was a professional killer of saints' sons, so he didn't give Qin Shu any face. "You are looking for death." The Qin clan was furious, and there was a flash of murderous intent in his eyes. Qin Wuhu, as his elder, loved him very much. In the past, he taught him carefully and gave him a lot of resources, otherwise he would not have grown to his current high position. In the past, Qin Wuhu was defeated in the battle for the position of the Saint Lord, so he placed all his hopes on his grandson Qin Shu. And Qin Shu was indeed very competitive. He was his most valued descendant. With his high talent, he might really inherit the position of the Saint Lord in the future. But Qin Wuhu was killed by Qin Feng before he could see Qin Shu become the Saint Lord. How could he not be angry and avenge such an elder who loved him was killed? At this time, some elders from Qin Wuhu's faction also came to the scene. Their people have completely occupied the temple, and they have won the support of most elders. In their opinion, the position of the Holy Lord is about to change. And as long as Qin Shu can avenge Qin Wuhu, he will have enough prestige to become the next Holy Lord of the Qin Holy Land. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 840. Qin Feng, I want you to regret living in this world. Qin Shu's murderous intent was so high that as the holy son of the Qin clan's holy land, his status was extremely prominent. Qin Yi was able to grow up thanks to his support. Therefore, when Qin Yi was beheaded, he had paid attention to the news about Qin Feng. Now, the other party directly killed his elders in the Holy Land, which made him furious. For him, this hatred was irreconcilable. Your grandfather? Oh, is that the king just now? If he wants to kill me, he is seeking death himself. No one else can be blamed. If you want to avenge him, you must be mentally prepared to accompany him. Qin Feng's eyes were cold. Originally, he came here not only to celebrate his birthday, but to discuss the destruction of the Killer Dynasty. But now, things are getting bigger and bigger. If this is the case, then simply break the news directly. Qin Feng, do you think that since you have become the holy son of the Suzaku Holy Land, I will not dare to kill you? Qin Shu's murderous aura is soaring to the sky, and his body is intertwined with terrifying brilliance. As a divine body, he possesses incomprehensible divine power. I never said that, because I don't need the power of the Suzaku Holy Land to crush the strong men of your Qin clan's holy mountain. Qin Feng's eyes were cold. To him, the holy son of the Qin clan was not worth mentioning at all. You came to my holy mountain to kill, I will kill you today. While Qin Shu was speaking, his steps were mysterious. He was like a fairy sword, piercing through the Qin Feng cave, exuding a monstrous momentum that covered the sky and the sun. You don't stand a chance. Qin Feng responded with a few words. He stepped on thunder steps, moved his footsteps, and instantly faced Qin Shu with the immortal killing sword. Between two people, a terrifying aura flowed out, and the sword energy collided together, making the void hunt. The overflowing power made the whole world tremble. At this time, the figures of the two people attracted the attention of everyone on the Qin clan's holy mountain. Countless powerful men from other holy places stopped to watch this showdown between geniuses. The collision between the holy son of the Suzaku Holy Land and the holy land of the Qin clan, the two geniuses, is really rare. Now the duel between these two figures is overflowing with earth-shaking power, which will become a good story in the future. Boom! The void was trembling, Qin Feng's aura was astonishing, and he blocked the pressure of the holy son of the Qin clan's holy land. The monks in the distance were stunned by this scene. You must know that the holy land of the Qin clan is the top strength in Dongzhou, and its holy son is even at the top. Nowadays, the holy son of the Suzaku Holy Land is actually on par with the holy son of the Qin clan. This scene makes countless people's eyes solemn. Naturally, there are also some powerful people who are gloating over the misfortune. It is really good for them to see the two prodigies from the Qin family killing each other. 2 times. Qin Shu sneered repeatedly. Qin Feng actually blocked his breath, and he admitted that the other party had the capital to fight against him. Buzz. Qin Feng didn't say anything. He held the immortal killing sword and swept across the sky. A violent divine power surged out, turning the sky into a golden color. The immortal killing sword revealed a sword light like water waves in the void, and the gorgeous sword energy made the world tremble. Clang! At the same time, Qin Shu also took out a holy sword and collided with Qin Feng's immortal killing sword. Suddenly, a huge metallic trembling sound was heard from the sky and the earth. A terrifying gust of wind surged between the two of them, and they flew out instantly. Just the first contact, the overflowing power caused the space to collapse. In the distance, many strong men couldn't believe it when they saw this scene. It was hard to imagine what kind of power it was. Qin Feng's cultivation in the realm of princes, but his combat power has surpassed that of the king. How could this not surprise them? Kill! Qin Shu let out a long roar. He looked like a demon, flowing out of ocean-like energy. The fairy sword in his hand flowed out purple light in his palm, brushing across the sky. This sword was slashed out, causing a purple rock to appear between heaven and earth. The rock broke through the space and made the holy mountain tremble. The purple rock, if made of purple diamonds, has runes engraved on it, and has the energy to destroy the world. It is really scary. But Qin Feng was happy and fearless. At this moment, he displayed the phoenix divine form. Between his palms, A huge phoenix swooped down and collided with the opponent's Tianpeng. Boom! The void was trembling, and the two divine forms collided between heaven and earth. The void was trembling with terrible power, possessing unfathomable magic power. Bang! With such a blow, the two of them were evenly matched, and they all fell upside down, their blood boiling. However, Qin Feng had the blessing of Pangu's bloodline. Although he was knocked away by this blow, he was not injured. On the other hand, Qin Shu's expression changed. Although he was not injured under such a terrible bombardment, he felt uncomfortable. Because this attack seemed to be evenly matched, but in fact he retreated farther than Qin Feng. Naturally, he could not accept such a scene. Swipe. Qin Shu used the secret technique that was not taught on the Qin clan's holy mountain. His sword technique was sharp and fierce, and the purple light that popped out dimmed the void. Qin Feng was naturally fearless. The immortal sword was flying in his hands, fighting with more ferocious strength and possessing unparalleled energy. He found that Qin Shu's power was extremely terrifying. Although the opponent only showed the fighting power of the 9th level of the princes, he still had the power of a great king. If Qin Feng's guess is correct, Qin Shu has actually become a king. In order to fight with Qin Feng, the other party deliberately concealed his realm, but this did not escape Qin Feng's eyes, so he did not use the energy of the critical stone. The two of them had a fierce collision on the Qin clan's holy mountain, and the swordsmanship flowed in the void. The dazzling sword light made countless cultivators watching from a distance terrified. The immortal swords of the two were all dazzling and spread out terrible power. Every collision made ripples in the void. They were in a fierce confrontation. Every time the immortal sword was swung, the space was broken, and the divine power surging out of it was as heavy as 1,000 kilograms. Both of them were king bodies and had unfathomable energy. Although they only used the cultivation of the vassal realm, they had the power to crush the king. Boom! The Qin clan's holy mountain was swaying, and the terrible power radiated in all directions, making countless cultivators terrified. In the distance, some monks of lower realms were even more frightened. Their souls felt trembling under the collision of the two people's divine power. They knelt on the ground as if they were facing gods, their bodies trembling, unable to bear it. Window. Tabula equals window. Tabula. Tabula.push, mode, thumbspeed -01, container, tabula below article thumbnail -300x250, placement, below article thumbnail -300x250, target. Type, mix. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 841. Dang, dang, dang. The immortal swords collided, the two men's divine power was inexhaustible, their bodies were extremely strong, and their terrifying fighting power shook the area. Why didn't Lord Saint Sun fight with full strength? Once he fought with full strength, this person might not be able to withstand Lord Saint Sun's punch. What do you know? This shows that Lord Saint Sun has the confidence to be invincible at the same level. He deliberately suppressed his cultivation to the same level as the opponent, just to kill the opponent and show his invincibility. In the distance, the cultivators of the Qin clan Holy Land were discussing enthusiastically. They were all shocked in their hearts, looking at the figure dominating the world in the sky, and were shocked. Qin Shu suppressed his realm to the same level as Qin Feng's vassal domain. Such performance showed that he had the confidence to be invincible, and was naturally respected by many cultivators of the Qin clan Holy Land. Little did he know that the more Qin Shu fought, the more frightened he became. He suppressed his cultivation to the realm of the princes, but in the battle of the same level, he was unable to show the slightest advantage, which shocked him. Bang! Qin Feng's divine power surged, and the immortal sword flew in the sky. Under his thoughts, the momentum became more and more solemn. At this moment, Qin Feng's might even shocked Qin Shu. Both of them took off their immortal swords and flew across the sky and earth. As they pinched the sword formula, the might spread out between the collision of the immortal swords, making the sky tremble. Both of them were divine power, and their bodies had the power to turn the sky and the sea. They threw away the immortal weapons and used their bodies to fight. Bang bang! In the void, the fists of the two collided with each other, as if they were beating the hammer of the gods, and the overflowing lightning collapsed the space. Every time they collided, they aroused a violent wind of divine power between heaven and earth. The two were too strong. Their attacks were continuous. The physical battle alone shocked countless monks watching from afar. This kind of real fist collision was the most dangerous way of fighting. The physical body of that level, the divine power wielded, had the divine power to kill the great king, which really made people dumbfounded. Many people asked, if they were in the opponent's position, they would be blasted into meat paste in an instant, and their bodies would disappear. Qin Feng stepped on the thunder and walked across the void. His physical body was too dazzling. Under the blessing of Pangu's blood, his body was full of blood. Every time he swung his fist, he smashed the sky and the earth. After dozens of consecutive blows, Qin Shu could no longer bear it. His arms were shaken by Qin Feng, and his blood was surging. Qin Feng's terrible fighting power almost made him spit blood. Qin Feng stepped on the thunder in the void, not giving Qin Shu any chance to counterattack. In terms of physical body alone, he suppressed Qin Shu in the battle, making it impossible for him to form an effective counterattack. Finally, Qin Shu could no longer bear it. As the son of the Qin clan Holy Land, he was unable to fight against a cultivator younger than him. This scene was unacceptable to him. Moreover, although he suppressed his cultivation to the 9th level of the lords, he was still 2 small realms higher than Qin Feng. But even so, he could not suppress Qin Feng, which made him anxious. As the son of the Qin clan Holy Land, if he could not crush Qin Feng, his prestige among the disciples of the Holy Land would be damaged. After all, if this matter were to be spread out, people would not spread that he suppressed his cultivation, but that he fought Qin Feng in the realm of the great king and could not defeat him for a long time. Holy Son, fight quickly and decisively to avoid more troubles at night. At this time, an elder from Qin Shu's faction sent him a message, asking him to fight quickly and decisively. Because they had just received news that the Qin clan's Holy Lord was seriously injured this time and was in danger of becoming a Taoist. Therefore, the Qin clan's Holy Mountain now urgently needs to find someone to take charge of the overall situation. There is no doubt that whoever can calm down this storm is most likely to become the future Holy Lord of the Qin clan's Holy Land. In the sky, countless cultivators felt the destructive aura overflowing from the two people, and all of them couldn't help but tremble with fear. Qin Feng, with the cultivation of the 7th heaven of the princes, performed Kunpeng moving the 9 heavens, although he did not stand in the 9 forbidden. However, a huge Kunpeng emerged between heaven and earth, intertwined with the moon and the sun, and suddenly pressed on Qin Shu, as if he had the power of heaven and earth. With a loud bang, Kunpeng collided with Qin Shu, and the terrible energy raged, causing Qin Shu's blood to boil. And at this moment, even the protective armor on his body was charred black under the impact of Qin Feng's Kunpeng. If it weren't for the terrifying divine pattern on it, he would have been injured. Come again. Qin Feng continued to chase, and he still did not use the 9 prohibitions, but only used all the cultivation of the prince's domain. Kunpeng swooped between heaven and earth, emitting a heart-pounding divine power fluctuation, terrible energy, and the crushing sky was trembling. Another vision collided with Qin Shu again. However, between Qin Shu's palms and fingers, a huge Tianpeng also flew out. The Tianpeng was purple, blessed by divine patterns, and made a huge roar. Tianpeng and Kunpeng collided in the void, and the dazzling divine brilliance radiated in all directions. Under this terrifying collision, Kunpeng and Dapeng were both annihilated in the void. This scene was really frightening. The visions that the two of them wielded all possessed terrifying divine power, so powerful that it was shocking. Boy, you really made me angry. Qin Shu's hair was flying, and terrifying waves were shaking his body. He couldn't believe that he was defeated by the other party with his 9th level cultivation in the realm of princes. You know, this is the first time that he was defeated in a physical collision of the same level. Although Qin Shu did not appear to be at a disadvantage in the eyes of everyone, he felt that he was beaten badly by Qin Feng in front of him, which he could not tolerate. Swish! At this moment, Qin Shu's great power of the king broke out in full swing. King runes were intertwined on his body, and the cultivation of the first-grade king realm spread out, flowing with purple divine light, which was very terrifying. After failing to take Qin Feng down many times, he could no longer drag it out, and the urging of the elders made him fight with full strength. Qin Shu is a rare son of the ancient Holy Land. He has the qualifications of a son of the saint and has reached the king realm. He is a king body. This terrifying qualification is combined together, flowing with a terrifying murderous aura. Swish, swish, swish. The king runes between heaven and earth turned into a divine sword flowing with purple light, and the sound of breaking through the air was endless. Those divine swords, blooming terrifying killing styles between heaven and earth, the terrible energy broke through the sky, trying to pierce Qin Feng into a hedgehog. At this moment, Qin Feng no longer held back, he stood at the top of the 9 forbidden absolutes in an instant, and the immovable God King enveloped him, blessing his physical defense. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 842. Clang clang clang. There was a huge roar between heaven and earth. Qin Feng's palm intertwined with the lunar and Sunday under the shroud of the immovable God King Jin Zongzao, it was extremely strong. He slapped the void with his palm, blocking the purple divine swords one after another. Qin Shu's divine sword of color is blessed with king's runes, which destroys all pressure wherever it flows. At this moment, Qin Feng was already standing on the 9 forbidden peaks, with 81 times the energy superimposed, making his physical body reach a level more terrifying than immortal gold. With the violent slapping of his big hand, the purple divine swords all shattered under Qin Feng's palm and turned into flying energy all over the sky. His physical body was really too strong, several times stronger than the physical body of the king monk. He just blasted away Qin Shu's king rune and killed Qin Shu. This is an astonishing spectacle. You must know that if ordinary people were surrounded by such terrifying runes, they would have been killed into a blood mist for them. Qing Qing not only completely shattered the runes, but also rushed towards Qin Shu and counterattacked directly, hoping to kill him. Boom! The Kunpeng was flying, and the huge phenomenon tore the sky apart, flowing out with the intention of killing, making the void emit a heavy roaring sound. Qin Shu naturally had no fear. As he waved his hand, the purple aura flowing around him turned into a sky-filled sword curtain, pressing down on Qin Feng, overwhelming the sky. The shards of runes blessing the sword energy directly overwhelmed Qin Feng, and the terrifying energy spread across the sky and the earth, making the void tremble. In the distance, many monks who came to celebrate their birthdays all gasped. This battle was really terrible. The Holy Son of the ancient Holy Land has reached the level of a first-class king, but the power he releases is earth-shattering, far exceeding that of some older people. Qin Shenzi is actually a king-level master. This is too scary. The other party has reached the king-level realm at such a young age. The foundation of the Qin clan's holy land is beyond imagination. Countless elders and monks in other holy places were all palpitating. Qin Shu had reached such a realm at such a young age, and the terrifying power he unleashed made everyone tremble. This kind of character has far surpassed the elders of most holy lands. He is enough to protect the Qin clan in the ancient Holy Land and remain immortal for thousands of years. This is also the reason why the ancient Holy Land will remain the most powerful force in the world for a long time. However, the monks in the Qin clan Holy Land all frowned. They knew how extraordinary the Holy Sun's qualifications were. He has never been weaker than others in a battle with his peers, but now he is at the same level as Qin Feng, but he can't defeat the opponent with a single slash, so he can only use his full fighting power. Such a scene has never happened before, which is enough to show how terrifying the qualifications of this boy who was once abandoned by the Qin family of Suanweo City are. This son is beyond imagination. The Suzaku Holy Land actually accepted such a terrifying holy son. If this child is allowed to grow up, I am afraid that the former glory of the Suzaku Holy Land will be restored. Countless monks were discussing. They stared at Qin Feng in the sky, their eyes full of splendor. Although the Suzaku Holy Land is also an ancient holy land, in recent years, no outstanding figures have appeared, resulting in some decline among the ancient holy lands. Now, the other party has accepted a holy son, and in the domain of princes, he can fight against the Qin clan's holy son, the leader in the ancient holy land, and still not fall behind. This scene makes people's hearts tremble. Brush. After being unable to defeat Qin Feng several times, Qin Shu finally took action. His body moved and disappeared in the void in an instant. His movement is so amazing, he is one with the void, so there is no fluctuation. Qin Feng stood in mid-air, his fiery eyes released, guarding against Qin Shu's sudden attack. However, with his fiery eyes and this terrifying magical power, he was unable to find any trace of Qin Shu, which had to make him very cautious. Similarly, many monks in the distance were also looking for the figure of the holy son of the Qin clan. They looked around in the air, but found nothing. Lord Holy Sun used the Holy Land's untransmitted secret technique, the Void Technique. The Void Technique can merge with the heaven and earth. As we all know, even king-level masters may not be able to detect the figure of the caster. Although Qin Feng is extraordinary, he still cannot break the Void Technique. In the Holy Land of the Qin clan, many elders nodded in approval. Qin Shu, as the great success king, had mastered the Void Technique to the point of perfection. This kind of ultimate killing method that can make a sudden attack in the dark can surprise the opponent and kill the opponent with a thunderous blow. Do you think you can hurt me like this? Qin Feng was suspended in mid-air and sneered. The Fudo God King's light shield covered his body, and the runes engraved on it were shining brightly, making him look like a god of war. The King of Gods is here. With a cold snort from Qin Feng, he took out the six-path immortal sword. Now, the six-path immortal sword has reached the power of an inferior Jinxian. At this moment, as Qin Feng used the heaven-defying God King sword technique, a huge God King vision appeared behind him. The vision of the God King flows out of divine flowers, just like Qin Feng. God King body. The eyes of many monks in the distance condensed. They all turned pale with shock when they saw Qin Feng's figure suspended in mid-air. The Divine King body is not only owned by the Qin clan, but the most famous Divine King body in the entire ancient land was only born in the Qin clan. And now, the Qin family of Suanweo City has such a God King body. If nothing unexpected happens, the Qin family of Suanweo City will definitely prosper in the future. Because people know that the God King body can fight against the king in the realm of the princes. When it is fully developed, it will be even more terrifying, and the God King body will be invincible. As everyone knows, there is another equally invincible physique in the ancient Qin clan. Are you talking about the indestructible golden body in the rumors? Yes, there are rumors that the indestructible golden body of the ancient Qin clan, the immortal body, and the God King body are the two major foundations of the ancient Qin clan. Since ancient times, the saints of the ancient Qin clan have been decided by these two great god bodies. Today, the saint of the Qin clan was attacked, and perhaps the successor of the saint will be determined because of this. Countless cultivators discussed that now the ancient Qin clan has two invincible god bodies, the God King body and the indestructible golden body, are all so terrible. Only one of the divine bodies with outstanding talents is enough to protect the Holy Land and be immortal for 1,000 years. Now that the Qin clan of the ancient Holy Land has two of them, it is impossible to say that the monks and elders of other holy lands are not envious. The only thing to be thankful for is that Qin Feng, the divine king body, became the son of the Suzaku Holy Land. This also indirectly shows that the ancient Qin clan made a mistake and gave up such a good seedling, which helped the Suzaku Holy Land. Some elders also gloated over the misfortune. If Qin Feng had been discovered by the Qin clan Holy Land earlier, these two divine bodies would have stayed in Kandi city.